Wash my hands real quick. Alright, I'm getting tired of this. Okay. Let me open up a text. Notepad. Window capture. New. Notepad. Add source. Notepad. I have to say, the threading on these screws are so goddamn short. It's insane. Let's measure it. Where is the screw? Like seriously, it's just 2 millimeters. The threading on this is only just 2 millimeters. That's insane. Okay. So, the plate itself, this plate is that 90.5? $89? No. I need to do it like this because the chamfer. Okay. So the deadass measurements on this damn thing is 89.43. So let me get this out of the way because I don't need this right now. Okay. So plate itself. Height 89.43. Is that right? Yeah. 89.43 millimeters. Or 3.5210 inches. I don't think I could get the... I think this is out of the length. Oh yeah. There's no way I'm going to get that. So I can only approximate. But I'm assuming it's 120. Because this looks like... So if I line this up, this is the only thing I can do. I can only line this up. Okay. Okay, so we are officially at 6 inches. Oh, I'm an idiot. I moved the plate. I need the plate to be exactly where it is. Because I need to use my mat as a point of reference. Oh, shit. Okay. So we are exactly at 6 inches. Okay. So exactly at 6 inches is roughly right here. So if I move the plate. Okay, right there. Don't touch the plate, don't touch the plate, do not touch the freaking plate. So now if I go here. Okay, so this is definitely bigger than 6 inches. Or 12 inches. So that means if this is... If I use measuring tape. Okay, so that means this is 12 inches as 1/8. So if I bring this up to... Oh, I can't even get enough of that. Okay, so this in theory should be 12 1/8. So let me do this. Let me measure out this distance, then we'll measure out the gap from there. Okay, so this gap is 40 is 102.31. So it's 102. 102.3 millimeters plus I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt that's also 102. No, that's actually smaller. Dude. Okay. 102.2. Okay, so it's 102.2 millimeters there. Let's lock this in. And this one is the same. Okay, 102.2 there. And then this one is 104.2. 104.2 plus 102.2. So in theory, the length is 308.6. So 308.6. So that means, and then this is, let me, .1015 inches plus. Oh, nice. Okay, so that works out for you, 20. Okay, so now I need to get this in 102.2. Okay. .024 inches, and then this is all the same. So 4.024 inches equals all right, simple math. 16, 12, 12.145 point. Oh wait, no. 4. 8, 9, 5. Yeah. Okay, so that's the plate itself. And then let's look at the Z height. Okay. Okay. Top to cut out is 24.66 millimeters, which is equivalent to 0.9705 inches. And then let's look at the bottom one. Okay, bottom. It's 24.61 millimeters, or 0.969 inches. So I'm gonna give that and say they're pretty much 24.6 millimeters. So this one should be 102.2. Yeah, 102.2. And then this one should also be 102.2. Yeah. Left. $102.21 millimeters. Okay, so that is 4.02. Oh, I already had the measurements. Okay, and then right to cut out 102.2 millimeters, 4.024 inches. Okay, so those are those. Now I need to measure the distance to the hole. Top left screw hole. I just realized something. I did that all upside down. Okay, I'm going to go with the assumption that everything is equal on par. I need to make sure that this is the right one though. $24.66 top. Okay, everything's on top. Okay, center of a hole. See, the chamfer makes this hard. The chamfer makes this really hard. So I'm going to assume center hole is at 10 millimeters. That seems like too much. No, 10 millimeters, okay. And then from the top, it is 10 millimeters, okay. Top left screw. Side 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter from top and left edge. With a hole size of 3.3 millimeters. Hole diameter. .3 millimeters, and then the chamfer size being up to 6.44. Countersunk. Is that what it's called? Countersink screw. Yeah, countersunk edge. $6.44mm. Yeah, okay. So all that's the same. And the actual thickness is... Hey, 20V, you want to know something? Okay. These plates, they're not 3mm. They're 2mm. This plate is only 2mm. Okay, so that's the plate. Okay, so this is the plate itself. So now this is the next culprit that we have to kind of like look over. Is this. This is the issue. So okay. This one's easier because I can actually just use this part. I don't want to scratch it. So I can use this as cross-reference. See, this is the issue I have right here. Okay. The exact distance would be 102 millimeters. Okay, so 102 millimeters, edge to edge is 102 from the left. So that works out exact. Left edge to brass wall. Wait. 102.04 millimeters. Yeah, this is really difficult because of how I can't have this just sitting directly in there. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, this is why I got the calipers. Because I want to get this exact. Because I need it. My friend said that if I could get the dead-ass most accurate measurements possible, he should be able to make me a perfect plate. So this is the exact reason why I got these. Okay. Okay. 24.84. Top edge to brass. Left side. Right side. Top. Uh, 24 point, let's just say 24.85 millimeters. Okay, so what's happening is, I'm gonna give you the quick and dirty. This plate is not cut out properly, or at least this cutout for this plate does not line up properly with this. And so if I put this here and hold this really carefully, you can see that. Okay. If you look very carefully, you can see a little bit of pink right in here. If I find the right angle. You can see the smallest amount of pink right there, and here, and then do you see the chamfer that's right here? You can clearly see it, but this one's completely hidden. So let me do this. This way you can really see it. Okay. So if I was to, and I need to angle this slightly so you could really see it. I need something to go underneath this. Something that won't scratch it up though. Okay. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Okay, so tweezers. Zoom in as much as possible. So if I get this plate, line this up so that it sits where it should be in the cutout. So in this cutout, if you look right here, this is lined up perfectly to where it should be. But if you look right here, do you see how there is, I can put these tweezers right here. There's a gappage right here, You can see how it goes all the way up to here before it kind of like goes flush. And if you look here, it only goes up to like here. Versus here. If I bring this down slightly, now this lines up with this. But now there's a gap right here. This pink. So that's the issue. The measurements for this is off from this, but for the plate is perfectly centered if you look at these numbers right here. So the edge distance right here is 24.66, 24.64, pretty much exact. But the issue is this distance right here. So where is it? The edge distance right here. So I need to measure this distance now, because in theory, this will be different from the this will be different from the bottom edge to brass bottom. So let's find that out right now. Okay. So bottom edge to brass bottom edge. This is like pretty much as extra as possible, and it's just because I'm unbelievably pissed off about this. So yeah, I went out and bought a $120 calipers for this exact thing, just because that's how pissed off I am. Look, 100 or 24.86. I'm gonna try to get to 8.5. Okay. 24.85. It fits right here. This is the exact measurement right here. This is actually pissed me off a lot right now, because I am actually seeing the result of this. So look at this, look at this, look at this. Okay? Check this out. Do you see this bullshit? It's on the lip, the chamfer of the edge right here. Let me see if I could. Okay, let me get this box. Oh my god, this is beyond frustrating now. Okay. Okay. Take a look at this. I am beyond pissed off right now about this. Okay. And then if I move this over. Do you see this? Do you see this? There's no play at all. It lines up exactly to the screw. Like, the gapping between here is smaller than gapping of here. So what needs to happen is the plate needs to be the hole in the plate needs to be longer, going towards the bottom edge. Look. I'm on top of the weight. Oh my god. What the fuck happened? So in that case, Okay, so that was 24.85 millimeters. This one is about 24.4. So the bottom edge to brass bottom edge is 24.4 millimeters. So that is almost half a millimeter different. I told you it was off by half a millimeter. I freaking called it. Which makes sense because the distance of this damn, like, the distance of this tiny ass like little chamfer from the edge is roughly, like, we're talking the smallest damn increment of distance. So 0.4 millimeters is roughly the length of that chamfer. And when I flip this upside down and put this on here, there's no rubbing. Like, this brass plate is fit pretty much exactly to the cutout of in the bottom of the case. So this brass plate is immovable. The whole cutout is immovable. The only thing that can be fixed is this guy. So what needs to be done is that this right here, this where is it? The cutout edge, bottom cutout of 24.62, 24.61 needs to be 24 point top cut 24 point, so it needs to be 0.4. No. I need to actually do like a quick estimate of like the difference between the. So the thing I need to really pay attention to is here. I need to move this here so I could keep it organized. So this right here is reflective of this being this part fitting accurately. So the 24.66 millimeters has to correlate to the 24.85 millimeters. So this is the actual distance, and this is the plate itself. This is the actual distance, and this is the plate itself. So that means this is 0.2 millimeters smaller than this edge. So that means this needs to be .41 millimeters. No. 24.21 millimeters. Okay. So the cutout from the edge from here to here currently is 24.61 millimeters, but it needs to be, this distance needs to be 24.21 millimeters. Therefore, let's see. Therefore, this not the most accurate way of doing this. This distance of 21 point 41.46 needs to be, so 41.06, I think it was. Let me get that. What are my thoughts on the Superlight? Give me 1 second. This is the original. This is the G Pro regular one. So it still has the old one. And these are the Superlights. I think the Superlight is a good mouse. The only thing I really think that everyone should do when they get the Superlight is, while they're replacing the feet, they should open it up and they need to loop the wire that's on the underneath the left and right click. And if you do that, you eliminate the issue of it squeaking. Just a little bit of like I don't know 205, and my mouse stops squeaking. I think it's a good mouse. There's certain things you could take out of it when you're putting it back together that you don't need. Like, in reality, you don't really need the magnets. And if you take out the part for the inductive charging, you kind of save like another, like, I think like 5 grams, give or take. And there's like a couple other things you could actually like cut out in there. But overall, like, I think it's a good mouse. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. No, I know there's nothing wrong with it. And I think that you would be happy to have it. Yeah, for me, I like the shape of the Superlight. Like, it fits my hand really well as my grip style, because I am a pseudo claw grip. Huh. What is that? Do you see this? I'm just saying this for the first time. There's like a weird ridging right here. Looks like a fingerprint. I'll have to clean that off. Okay, so going back on this. The inner gap of this is 41.05. And the brass weight itself is smaller? What? Wait, what the Oh, sorry. That's not accurate. That's not accurate. Okay. Okay. So 40.18. The weight itself is 40.018. So that's a certainty. The issue is the location of where it sits here. There is a slight gap right here at the very top edge. So what needs to happen is, because the screw holes are aligned perfectly. So let me see. Let me look at these numbers again. The plate itself is 89.43 tall, so 89.5 millimeters tall, and cutout to edge from the top to bottom is 24.66. Let me double check that. Yeah, but the Shroud Edition is the original G Pro Superlight. It's not the G Pro. It's not the Superlight Edition. So there's that. Okay. So the top of the plate cutout is 24.6. Yeah, so that's accurate. and the bottom is 24.6. So this is completely even. This is completely even. This isn't. The problem is this. It's this right here. The tray cutout, edge to plate, edge to plate. That's accurate. But this isn't. This needs to be shorter. So it needs to be 24.4. So that means God, like in my head it makes sense, but like I need to figure out what I need this to happen. So this plate is accurate, but this needs to get open up more here. So that means the distance needs to be from bottom to cutout. Okay, yeah. So currently it's 26. So that means this needs to be 24.21. So if this was 24.21, yeah, okay. So the differences that needs to be made in order for this weight to work is that the cutout distance from edge needs to be from the bottom to the inner gap or inner cutout needs to be 24.21 millimeters compared to the 24.61 millimeters it currently is. So it needs to shrink by 0.4 millimeters, then it should fit flush. That's the issue with this. So somewhere down the line, whoever set the machine to cut out this, that doesn't even make any sense because this is completely even. So somewhere down the line, something in the design changed or was not done properly. Okay. So that's what needs to happen on this. So all of this is completely fine. This needs to be 308.6 millimeters in length. Oh, sorry. Yeah. 308.6 millimeters in length and 89.43 millimeters in height. So this with a plate thickness of 0.2 millimeters with rounded chamfered edges all the way through. And then this will be fixed. That's it. That's the numbers we need in order to fix this plate. And it only cost me $120. $130 or $40 after tax and shipping. Ain't that fun. So I need to give this information to my friend. So here, let me show you. I have a clip for it, but I'll show you live. So if I put this upside down, let me put this on the wrong way. So check that out, okay? Let me zoom in. And let me make this completely tiny. I'm gonna put the plate upside down. Look. So see that? I'm gonna put it on this way. If I put this in this way, it's flush throughout. You can't see. I need to get some light on there. You don't see the edge lifting right here. And then when I put it on the normal way, do you see that? The reason why it fits upside down is because of the rounded chamfered edges. Right here. Because of that, if I put it in this way, it fits perfectly. And when I put it in the normal way, the correct way, you see that? What's happening is this, where is it? This right here. This is the issue. Yeah, I'm flipping it because look. So, do you see the countersunk screw holes? It's now on that side. So when I put it on upside down, it fits. And when I put it in the right way with the countersunk holes up top, what's happening is upside down, the chamfer gives it enough distance to not be sitting on top of this, because this sits proud. So this is proud off of the mat. There is a little bit of height. What's happening is that where it's overlapping from the flat edge, it's being accounted for by the extra little distance of the chamfer rounded edge. I use like a claw grip. It's like pseudo claw grip. I still rest my the fat part of my thumb, like the meaty part of my hand of the thumb, on there, but it's pretty much a claw grip. So this is how I hold it. So I'm like rounding it, so it's there, and these two fingers are holding it down along the edge, and then it's the fingers right here, and then so it comes down to the finger being near in this location and these two. That's how I hold my mouse. But when I'm not like playing game, I kind of do a like palm grip, so it just sits really nicely in my palm. But it also comes down to the size of your hand. So that's the whole thing I'm doing with this with the calipers to measure, was to figure out the actual tolerances and the sizing that I need to submit to my friend. No, look. This if you look at right here, the plate itself, the height, where is it? The distance cut out, the bottom to cut out is 24.61 millimeters, and the top cutout is 24.66 millimeters. They're almost identical. So I could rotate it either way, and we will still have that issue. So there's that way, and then I'm gonna rotate it this way, and it still has that issue. So this plate, yeah, so this plate is perfect as far as if they use this to reference everything else being correct, then it would be fine. What the issue is this should be raised up like just like 0.15 millimeters. If this cutout, this hole, was raised up 0.15 millimeters, we'd be fine. That's how stupid it is. It's the smallest tolerance of issues. This whole plate is ruined by 0.15 millimeters. Here's the thing. When I saw the pictures of the prototype that they made of this, it looked like it was sitting completely flush. So I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to the designer and say the prototype came out perfect. They submitted the exact... Oh my god, 20V. Are you seriously going to journal this shit? Like, it shouldn't be... Like, And so... You would think they would have put this on there and say, hey, guys, this isn't lined up right. You guys done fucked up. Now, the problem is, I don't know if the people who did the plate did the same thing as this. Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing. It fits. It completely fits. If these screws weren't countersunk and they were like more of a flush fit, so it was just a flat, you could have done the same. Oh no, you wouldn't be able to. You could have done something here with a really small head screw and just have it put it on this way without the... If you just round the edge on the other side. I mean, it's still stupid. It's still really stupid. Like the whole issue. Yeah, if you chamfered both sides, it would look wrong, but it would fit. If you get what I'm saying. Because it still doesn't line up properly visually. Because you see... So if I screw this in, when I butt this up as high as possible, you can... Do you see that? You see pink. But if I butt this down, it's harder to see, but you actually still see pink. But on this side, you don't see pink at all. And then now you're covering the bottom part of the plate. Or the chamfered edge of the weight. Yeah, I still think... I'm still under the assumption that the prototype is completely fine. And I'm under the assumption he didn't make changes to this because there's no reason to make a change because it fit fine. So the only thing that could have happened is that the manufacturer or at least the tolerance of the machine got thrown off just barely because we're talking 0.15 millimeters, I believe. 0.15 or 0.2 millimeters. It's off. Only on one edge though, one edge. The other edge is technically fine if we want to give it so that it needs to have that much leeway. But if I want to be perfectly exact, I might want to extend the top cutout to 0.7. So the distance edge of the top cutout needs to be 24.7 millimeters, and in comparison to the where is it? The top edge to brass weight is, so I want to give a 0.15 millimeter distance from the top edge of brass to the cutout itself. So if you make that, so therefore this needs to be 24.15. So then therefore this needs to be 24.29 millimeters. Because if we add 0.15 millimeters to here, we would get 24.85 millimeters. And if we add 0.15 millimeters to here, then we would get 0.4 millimeters. Is that right? Am I stupid? No, this is 3. No, it's 2. It's 2. No, wait. 2.5. It needs to be 2.5 millimeters. 24.25. So if that cutout is from bottom to here, it's 24.25 millimeters. Yes. So in theory, if I give him these numbers, he should be able to make this exact, even without rounded edges. and then he would put rounded edges to it. And then it should sit flush. See, now the thing that he'd have to measure is the length, because my calipers can't extend to that, so I can't get a perfect distance on that, measurement on that. So I would submit this to my friend. I would give the keyboard as well as this weight. He can double check it, but essentially the height needs to be 89.43 millimeters. And the length needs to be, give or take, 308.6 millimeters. With the cutout distance from edge for the left and right being 102.21 millimeters. And the top and bottom will matter. The orientation that I put this in will matter as a result. So that's the one thing that it's going to be different, is that this one, it doesn't matter, but the one he's going to make me will matter. There will be a top and a bottom. It's such a stupid amount too. So this needs to be bigger and then this needs to be smaller. It's so stupid. Honestly, it's so stupid. So I'm gonna bold this. Can I not bold in Word? I guess not. Okay. Can I underline? No. Okay. Let me copy this into WordPad then. WordPad. Okay, so bold, underline, highlight, and I need to make a note. Double check length. So here, let me change this to the WordPad. Where's WordPad? WordPad. Documents WordPad? Where the hell is it? Cancel. Window capture. WordPad. Add source. WordPad. Capture method. Okay. So what's going to happen is that, so the Aria backplate, the plate itself, as well as this. This is the important information. This, the bottom, this is the change that needs to be done from this, but the length needs to be double checked. And this is just extra information that should be relatively accurate to what's currently on the actual keyboard itself. So, referencing that, I feel fairly confident that when I submit everything to my friend, he should be able to make it. I hope. Yeah, I really hope. So I hope Erich can do everything right. Everything looks right. So that's what I need to do. With this information, hopefully I could get a reasonably quick fix to the back plate issue. And hopefully Erich will help me out and give me a good price on this. And depending on the price, I'm going to see if anyone else who got the Aria and wants to buy a replacement plate, then we'll make multiples of these. Because currently I'm just going to get the one prototype, possibly 3 more, for one for maybe 20V if you want 120V, probably one for launch, and one for Jumi probably. So we'll see. And if there's anyone else in the that kind of got screwed over in the friend and family group buy for the Aria, if anyone wants one, send me a message on Discord, and we'll see what we can do once I get the actual plate. I'm gonna submit everything. I'm gonna ship out this keyboard to my friend Erich, and hopefully he could get that fixed. Hopefully everything will be fixed. Whew. Okay. Well, that was a stream. Not as long as my molding stream. Let me put this back. But I think it was a very, very useful stream. It really did help everything. Yeah, you can still see the gap there. And I think the only reason why you can see the gap is because it's literally being forced down. Oh no, maybe he can make the fitment better from there. So as I'm screwing this in, it's forcing the plate down. So now this is lifted, and now it's bowed in the center. So now it's bowed in the center, because if I was to put this without feet right here, it pivots really easily from the center. Like, it really shouldn't, because when I put it this way, this is perfectly flat, or relatively flat in comparison to this guy. This guy is definitely bowed in the center, because why is it so? It's a little bit harder to move this way compared to as I get closer to the edge. It's a little bit harder. If I move it this way, I can wiggle it really easily. I really should not be able to do that if it was perfectly flat. Yeah. So, and if I was to completely clean this off and put a little bit of, like, I don't know, some kind of like carbon dust on like a flat piece of paper, like wax paper, and have this on there, you would only see impressions on the center. That's pretty much what's happening if I had like pressure paper and something like that. But yeah, this information is going to hopefully save everything. So let's see who's on right now. Let's send this tiny amount of people to raid zone. Let's see. Following, is anyone streaming that I follow? Okay, we already raided Chris. Let's see who else is on.